Take 2, Episode 2, The Birth of the Securities Act of 1933. I'm Brock Romanek, editor of the corporatecouncil.net. The 33 Act was part of FDR's famous first 100 days of the New Deal. Commonly known back then as the Truth and Securities Act, you really don't hear that term much anymore. And since the SEC was not created until the 34 Act was created a year later, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, was the first agency tasked with regulating the securities issuances, of which this law was the first to regulate them at all. And interestingly enough, the original draft of the 33 Act did not require audited financials. Our team of architects, however, fixed that. The leader of this team was Felix Frankfurter, a close confidant of FDR, who later went on to the Supreme Court. FDR had actually tasked Felix with creating a list of possible candidates to serve on the court after Benjamin Cardozo died, and after FDR nixed all the candidates, he decided to choose the creator of the list, Felix. James Landis was a fellow professor of Felix's at Harvard. He went on, after becoming part of the FTC when the 33 Act was created, later became a commissioner of the SEC, and then in 1937 became the chair of the SEC when Joseph Kennedy stepped down. So Landis was the second SEC chair. Benjamin Cohen, one of the bright minds of the New Dealers, he was a key advisor to FDR over all 4 terms, one of Felix's students. He also drafted the 34 Act. He was one of the Gold Dust twins, along with Thomas Corcoran, who was really the leader of the New Dealers until he fell out of favor with FDR in the late 30s. Corcoran ended up being really the first modern lobbyist, and opposition to the 33 Act was natural. It happened soon after enactment. Many believed that the old deal practices would prevail. As you can see in this letter from Benjamin Cohen to James Landis, Cohen, one, was surprised that the 33 Act was actually accepted among Wall Street and was actually concerned that the bill was enacted in the form that they drafted it for the most part. Really, the key to accepting the 33 Act was the role of the gatekeepers. Lawyers ended up supporting the 33 Act because of the due diligence defense that was part of it, which gave lawyers a source of revenue during tough times during the Great Depression.